Alright people, so yeah, that lineup is looking pretty crazy now. Alright, what's going on people, welcome back to another video. Yeah, we're doing a GTI one today. This video I was going to do next week, but I thought expedite it because I keep getting so many questions about costs related to the K04 conversion. I've been tallying it all up on my laptop, which I have over there, done all properly. I've got a spreadsheet. I do things good on this channel, I don't just fluke it. So yeah, I bought this under here because we're gonna run through all the bits that's been going on under the engine bay, and yeah, just explain to you how much it costs to get this car up to around 350 horsepower. Of course, dyno graphs to prove it all done by Artec Performance. There we go. So yep, all there. Now before we get started, of course, the big sort of elephant in the room, as they say, is the Subaru, and we revealed it in the video last night. Well, I've put it up last night and I'm filming this the next day, and even since then the channel has grown by at least 400 or 500 new people have so subscribed, so big thank you to all of you. It's going to be an interesting one for sure. The reception has been good so far. This fantastic car here, we're going to go for like a rally style project or whatever. It's all in the planning process right now, but the reason for going back to a GTI video straight after the reveal is that I want to make sure you guys realize I'm not sort of forgetting about this car. Yeah, this is one of them channels where we keep skipping ahead with projects and forgetting about the ones we started. This car is still going to get a lot of work done. I've got all the handling bits like I've said in the shed, but I won't keep repeating that because you've heard me say it. But some people have been confused in the Subaru reveal video. I don't know why. I've made it clear a few times that this car is not going anywhere, but yet the comments still come up anyway. But it's good to have another project starting, as this one is kind of nearing completion. I won't say it's complete, especially to the standard I want it, because I want to do things properly, like I said on the channel many times. But yeah, I mean, thanks to all of the new people who have subscribed for this car. Make sure you have done so as well if you want to keep track with this. Now if you watched the full 3-part series, you saw I fully installed the K04 turbo as a DIY kind of series. There was no labor costs involved. Now I don't expect all of you to do that. I mean, I'm a beginner myself, but I did get stuck in. It is doable DIY, but you need a ramp ideally. You can do it on the floor, but if you're a beginner it might be a bit difficult. K04 turbo and the injectors, S3 injectors, I bought them off Facebook for £550. So yeah, that's the first main cost, £550. Those are used parts that turbo had around 60,000 miles, I was told, off the guy who sold it to me. To go with that, you want to have a full exhaust system. Now my GTI, I've gone for a Miltech turbo back, which is a full exhaust 3-inch. You can see it down there. Ideally you want a full exhaust. You can maybe get away with a 3-inch downpipe eBay one, like I did a video on a few months back, but yeah, for the exhaust I got a very good deal, I'll be honest with you. A mate of mine sorted me out. He does break cars, so he comes across a lot of exhaust for good prices. Typically a Miltech turbo back 3-inch non-resonated, you're looking at around £500 used, so it is a lot of money. It's almost as much as the turbo kit itself. I paid £200 though. I know it's very cheap, you probably won't see any for £200, I'll be honest with you now, but big thanks to Glenn, he did sort me out, and also Dash as well. Top guys. So tally should be around what, £1,000 already. So big money already, especially when this car was around the £2,000 mark to begin with. Attach it onto the turbo, we're gonna have a nice cold air intake. This forged twin take here, I actually am sponsored by Forge Motorsport. Now it's not to say you have to have a twin take. Some people argue for different intakes and stuff like the Revo one, and yeah, there's Ram Air, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, for you guys I'd say budget around £100 to £200 for a good cold air intake. There's loads on the used market, so yeah, just we'll say for now about £200, so we'll add that onto the tally too. Now also the other big thing you're going to need is a upgraded intercooler. The standard GTI intercooler is not good enough, especially if you want to go for the power figure that I was going for, and also yeah, push into high 300s or what, 370, 380. You're going to need an intercooler. You can go for the S3 one as well, the earlier S3 one. You can get them for around £200 on Facebook, I'd say. The one I've got is a plastic end one, which to some people isn't ideal, but it did make the power. Or you could just go WELLYCOOLER and cut out the crash bar and do all of that and just front mount it as well, so you won't have to worry about the Acon red, like the one Nikki was saying that is completely gone on my car, which is blocking a bit of flow. Probably could have got a bit more power if I changed that out, but yeah, the intercooler sandwich in the middle. So what we'll move on to next is fueling related items. Of course, the standard GTI fuel pump. Now there's a few ways of doing this depending on the price range you've got, so it will help if you go back and check the Artec video, because you'll see what we did exactly with this. I bought some fuel pump internals from Vis Motorsport. It goes in there, and essentially allows us to go full stage 2 plus. If you don't put them in, you can't go for stage 2 plus map, which is what is needed for the mid to high 300s. Delivered, it was about 272 quid. So yep, you do need that if you want to make big power. Other bits I bought the RS4 fuel rail pressure valve, which is one of the other related things you need in terms of fueling. That goes in there somewhere. We put it in our Artec as well, so that was around £50. Now you also have another sensor, 200 bar fuel pressure sensor down there. That's not on all the guides, but ideally you do need it. Artec do recommend it. To make it easier, I will put up the diagram which shows the K04 conversion. Like, it's like a photo that I use as a basis. You do need stuff in addition to that, but you can find this picture anywhere on the net. I'll put it up on the screen. But yeah, this sensor I believe is around £70. These are essential things that I am saying. I'm not saying stuff that you might not need. These are all the things you do need. So that is just something I want to make clear. So the next thing is the whole DV relocation thing and the pipe work, you could say. So as I showed in the conversion videos, the diverter valve, which is this, is on the turbo on a K03. Now on a K04 you gotta move it to the front. So doing that, you're gonna have a pipe going onto the intake. So on the K03 one, I normally had this blanked off. There's a plate that Forge gave me. Now you need this hose. You don't have to get the silicone one, but this is part of my sort of sponsorship deal, so they sorted me out with this hose. But even then, it's only around £45 anyway if you want to go for a nice one. And you can go for the factory one, but yeah, for 40 quid I'd rather have this. Now this goes over to here. Now this is where all the costing can add up. I did get these bits new, you gotta remember, so some bits I thought, instead of just waiting around for a Facebook listing to come up, I thought I'd go and get it, because it's the used market price won't be too much different in this kind of price range. The diverter valve itself, revision G, I changed it even on the K03, it's the same one, reused it. Around £47 just for this. Now this metal thing alone is £52 brand new, and this little joining hose there, that was £19, that elbow hose, and that joins into this throttle body pipe. Of course, if it'd be much easier if the front end was off, but you do need the pipe down there as part of the conversion, otherwise you won't have anything for this to sit into. It's normally straight down, there's nothing here on a K03 car. That pipe again, a friend of mine had a braking car, so he gave me that and sorted me out a deal on that. So yeah, that came with a 3-bar map sensor. There's a little sensor on there which you will go back and see in the conversion videos, or see it there. Other thing you need is a diverter valve wiring harness. I got this, so this is rerouting. We've got a zip tied all the way down there off this coil pack wire. This I picked up for £25 on Facebook. There's bolts and gaskets you need, so stuff like these here, these little torque screws, these Jubilee clips. We've got gaskets for the exhaust manifold, we've got a downpipe gasket, but these all go for them brand new because they're negligible in price. You're looking at what, £10–15 for all these little bolts and washers. You might as well just get a new one. Don't faff around getting a used one. On Facebook you get really good deals, so just keep an eye out. I mean, I saw a K04 turbo kit today for 600 quid with all the pipe work as well. There is another outlet pipe too, which is down there, so it has like a red end. That again, Rob gave me that, if you guys remember, in the black 6R Stage 2 Plus one. He had one lying around. You can get a CTS one as well. So yeah, account for another £50–60 maybe for that used. Now I'm aware the tally is probably in the high 1,000 something. I may be wrong at this point, so some of you guys may already be kind of turned off getting a K04 conversion, but that's just the price you pay if you want to be pushing this much power out of a car like this. Because this originally was what, like 197 bhp, and it's capable of what, 370 now. I know we're making around 350, but once we change the air conrad and we map it on a cooler day, it'll make 365 or high 360s all day long. Now we haven't got onto the main bit, which is the K04 remap. You got to make all these parts talk to each other. Now when I was at Artec, I do remember Pip did take the ECU out the car. He took it out because it wasn't like a normal just flash on. You have to take the ECU out the car and literally get it on the bench, I believe. So there is a bit of stuff involved with getting a K03 car into a K04 conversion car. So they did that and then put it back in, and it did take quite a while. That's why that video was 35 minutes long or something. I was there all day. Now Artec are very reasonable in how much they charge. Now I believe for the K03 to K04 conversion map, I believe it's around 475 plus VAT. Don't quote me exactly on that, I believe it's all on the website. Now of course I had the inlet and injector clean added on also, so it all depends on how far you want to go. I was on my spreadsheet before, I'm not gonna lie, it did give me a bit of a shock. So yeah, I would say you gotta aim for £2,500 to do the K04 conversion and to the state this car's in. But the car's definitely surpassed that little badge that's on there for sure. outperforms a lot of things, and as you guys know, at the mileage it's at, if this camera ever focuses, maybe not, it's definitely a little beast for sure. Now, of course, it doesn't end there. Now you've done all those engine mods, you gotta understand you got 350 horsepower in a car that was never meant to get delivered to his customer with 350 horsepower. So what you gotta do is do handling mods. So I've got brakes to go on, which so far I believe with the discs and pads and the calipers, I believe I've paid around £400. So that's just the front brakes, and I haven't gone for no fancy setup. I've just gone for Golf R brakes Mark 7. You need better tires if you got rubbish tires. With this situation here, we've got some average tires on here. What you gotta understand is when I got these wheels on, if you've been following the build for ages, I said in that video, when the car's got some power, we'll get some good rubber on. Now these tires are still better than a lot of the tires I see people rocking on their cars. They're Pilot Sport 3s, but I'm definitely a big fan of Pilot Sport 4s. These are an older tire now, and they were just put on because I could readily get them available now. We definitely need better rubber, so that's probably going to set me back about 350 for a set, because I like to get a full matching set. So again, more costs. We're already nearly at another grand just there. I've got anti-roll bars going on the car, just to strengthen it up and give it some more rigidity, but these mods are kind of spilling onto handling costs, so I won't go over them too much. But yeah, I think that pretty much is the K04 kind of costing video. A lot of talking, but it had to be done. We will take this on some drives again, maybe next week or a couple of days time. The next video is going to be on the Subaru, all the little faults and whatever I found. And yeah, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like on it. Also subscribe for more GTI and now Subaru content. We're definitely going to be doing a lot more project stuff down the channel. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys.